Great. Thank you, Isaac. All right. So, yeah, let's begin. Again, anyone who uses offensive language, whether speaking it in the mic or writing it out in chat, will be removed from the class immediately and will be reported. So, yeah, with that out of the way, let's begin. Okay, so first I'd like Isaac to read out the word, the definition, and the example sentence, please.
Derivation. Noun. The path of descent for something, such as a name or word, that traces back to the source. A mathematical or logical argument flowing from initial assumptions to proofs, and then to conclusion. Not to be confused with the
Deviation.
deviation, a change from the norm accepted or planned, for it is a direct and clear path for a source or to a conclusion. Etymologists
That
who
says etymologists. It's a complicated word, don't worry.
etymologists who study the derivation of words should not be confused with entomologists who study insects or etiologists who study the causes or origins of disease.
Wonderful. Great job, Isaac. Thank you. So yeah, to make this a little more clear in case anyone's confused, derivation is just a fancy word to describe the origin of something or the root of something, like what or where something originates from. So like etymologists study the derivation of words. They're studying the origin of words, like how words originate or what the word originated from, if that clears things up a bit. Okay, so yeah, I'll give you once again 2 to 3 minutes to write out a three-sentence paragraph using this word. And you can all begin. And don't be afraid to ask any questions to me. If you have any, you could just direct message me if you have any concerns or questions about the words presented. And yeah, again, you can begin. Okay, that's time now. Hopefully, you guys are finishing up your paragraphs. Okay, thank you, Yanfei. I'll post your submission up now. Okay, shrink that. Okay, again, I'm currently going over the submission that has currently been posted. If you're finishing up what you want, the paragraph that you want to write as I'm going through what has currently been submitted, please feel free to do so and submit it in the chat when you are finished. Thank you. Okay, hopefully this is large enough. Okay, great. So Yanfei wrote, the coconut derivative in the body is an emollient that helps condition of the skin and heal any rough, dry areas of the skin. Yeah, good sentence, Yanfei. Though I wanted you to use the word derivation and not the word derivative. Though the word derivative is similar to the word derivation, pretty much in definition, I would have liked to see you use the actual word. To make some edits in your sentence, I'm adding a plural over here. The coconut derivative in this body wash is an emollient that helps conditions of the skin and heals any rough, dry areas of the skin. So conditions and heals should be plural. And yeah, but I would like you to use the word as it's presented on the slide or something similar to that. So yeah, anyway, still did a good job, Yanfei. Uh, okay. And I'm gonna go over Yutang's submission now. Thank you, Yutang. Okay, I'm just gonna put this on the next slide. Okay, great. So Yutang wrote the derivation of the word happiness can be traced back to the Middle English term hap, meaning chance or luck. Over time, its meaning evolved to encompass a broader sense of joy and contentment. Understanding the word's derivation helps us appreciate how language changes and reflects cultural values. Yeah, great sentence, Yutang. Very good. I see you use derivation in a way that was somewhat related to the example sentence. That's good. Yeah. And this says there's an error, but I don't see anything wrong with the way words is used here. Yeah, overall, really good job, Yutang. Okay, if anyone else has any submissions, please feel free to post it in the chat. Otherwise, I'm going to move on to the next word. Okay, just gonna make a little note here. Try to use the word as presented. Yeah, okay, and I'm going to move on to the next word now. All right, so this time I'd like Yanfei to read out the word, the definition, and the example, please.
Dexterous, adjective, easy and skilled in movement, usually in tasks completed with the hands. The word's root, like that of ambidextrous in the Latin for right, because most people are more skillful with this hand. The director was looking for a dexterous actor who could succeed both in doing stunts and in playing the dramatic role.
Yeah, wonderful. Good job, Yonsei. Thank you. Again, dexterous describes someone who is very skilled using their hands. They're very skilled with doing something in their hands. For example, stunts or parkour, like in this image, or playing an instrument such as an accordion or a trumpet or a piano. You could say that someone who's skilled at that is dexterous, since those require heavy use of the hands and fingers. Yeah, and I'll give you once again 2 to 3 minutes to write your 3 sentence paragraphs. Okay, and you can all begin. All right, that's time. I hope you're all finishing your paragraphs. Awesome. I'll go over what's currently submitted. Hey, wonderful. Thank you, Yutang and Eric. So I'll go over Yutang's submission first. The dexterous pianist mesmerized the audience with his skillful playing. Each note flowed smoothly and effortlessly. His talent clearly reflected years of dedication. Yeah, great job, Yutang. Very nice sentence. Good paragraph, good use of the word dexterous, and good storytelling with your paragraph. Awesome work. Again, I don't think I need to make any edits on your paragraph. Well done. And Eric Lynn wrote, ever since John got into parkour, he has been training every day. This made him dexterous and agile. Since John has this talent, he decides to make money off it, which made him very successful. Yeah, great work, Eric. Nice paragraph. Good use of the word dexterous. A couple edits I would make. Okay, I'll go over your submissions soon, Isaac and Yanfei. Thank you for posting. So I think you meant to say ever, not every. And over here, I'm going to change decides to decided. Oops. And over here, I'm going to add a comma. Yeah, not many edits. Great sentence writing, Eric. Wonderful job. And now I'm going to go over Isaac and Yanfei's sentences. Okay, so Isaac wrote, he was working on a project that was dexterous. He completed it in less than 5 minutes, but his hand were very tired. Yeah, good paragraph, Isaac. I would I would edit this first sentence so that the use of the word dexterous makes a little more sense. I get what you're trying to say, but I think you'd want to say you don't really say that a project was dexterous. You're saying that someone working on the project is dexterous. So I'm going to modify this sentence a bit so that it would say, for example, he was working on a project that needed dexterous abilities. So like we're describing abilities that require skilled hand movement. And over here, I'm going to fix this so that hands is plural because you use the word were, which is used after the plural of a word. Yeah, that's all I would fix. Yeah, great job, Isaac. And Yanfei wrote, using their dexterous trunks, the adults were munching on the bushy ends of branches like broccoli. Yeah, good sentence, Yanfei. Again, I would like you to write down more than one sentence, but this is still good. And I think you're talking about elephants. So I'm going to just indicate that in the sentence so that it makes more sense what the sentence is about. So I'm going to say the adult elephants instead of just simply adults. Yeah, wonderful work, everyone. I'm going to move on to the next word now. Okay, so Yutang, I'd like you to read out this word, the definition in the example sentence, please.
Dichotomy, noun, two parts, ideas, or concepts that differ from, contradict, or perfectly complement each other, contrasting halves, pairs, or sets. A division of mutually exclusive ideas or groups. The dichotomy of good and evil is a theme in almost all classic novels read in high school.
Great. Good job, Yutang. Thank you. So yeah, a dichotomy, it just describes like a contrast between two things, to put it simply. Yeah. It's just referring to two things that really differ from each other or complementary to each other, which still means that they are quite different from each other. So for example, science and fantasy, you could say that those two ideas share a dichotomy with each other because well, one doesn't require, they're so different from each other in terms of definition. Or the example sentence here, good and evil, with good being, well, a positive thing and evil being a negative thing. So there's a strong dichotomy between these two things. Yeah, if you have any questions about this word, I know it's a tough one. Please ask me in the chat if you do have any questions. And I'll give you 3 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes to write down your 3 sentence paragraphs again. Yeah, you can all get started. All right, time's up, everyone. I'm going to go over the current submission. Again, if you're finishing up with what you're writing, please do submit it in the chat as I'm going through the current submissions. Nice. Thank you, Yutang. I'll go over your paragraphs in a second. All right. So, Yutang wrote, there is a clear dichotomy between urban life and rural living. Each offers a distinct set of advantages and challenges. People often debate which lifestyle is more fulfilling. Yeah, great use of the word dichotomy to describe the contrast between living in an urban area or city and living in a rural area like a farm. Yeah, great use of the word dichotomy in this example. And yeah, not seeing any obvious glaring errors. Yeah, amazing paragraph, Yutang. Wonderful job. Okay, and would anyone else like to submit the paragraph they're writing, hopefully? Mm. Okay, I'm not seeing any more submissions, so I might move on to the next word relatively soon. Okay, I'm gonna move on to the next word in that case. So, Eric, I'd like you to read out this word, the definition, and the example sentence, please.
Diffident, lacking self-confidence, self-unassertive, with a low sense of self-worth, reserved or restrained with one's behavior. Don't confuse with defendant, which is a person answering criminal charges. A descendant is a person who agrees with the established political or religious authority. Defendant individuals don't belong in sales positions, which require assertiveness and risk-taking.
Great, good job, Eric. Thank you. So yeah, diffident describes someone who is pretty shy because of the fact that they lack their own self-confidence or self-worth, specifically that definition. So I'm going to give you, again, 2 to 3 minutes to write out a three-sentence paragraph using this word at least once. Okay, and you can all get started now. Sorry. All right, time is up, everyone. Looks like I got 2 submissions now. Thank you, Eric and Yutang. I'll go over them now. Great, so here's what's been submitted so far. Once again, thank you for getting them out in a timely manner. So Eric wrote, Emily is really diffident, always sitting at the corner of the lunchroom and wears a hoodie to cover herself. When the other girls found out about this, they tried to befriend with Emily and hang out with her. This attempt worked, and Emily is now a popular girl in school. Yeah, great use of the word diffident, great storytelling with your paragraph. Wonderful job, Eric. Awesome. So a few edits I'd like to make to improve your paragraph. So over here, I'm going to add a comma and then as she is always sitting at the corner of the lunchroom and wearing a hoodie to cover herself. Yeah, let me just, yeah, there we go. That makes more sense grammatically. And over here, this should have an S at the end. You're saying they try to be friends, or they try to be friends with someone. There should be an S at the end of friend. And yeah, that's all I would edit. Great work, Eric. And Yutang wrote, the student was diffident about speaking up in class. She often doubted her answers. Her shyness made it hard for her to participate. Yeah, great paragraph, Yutang. Wonderful work. Use the word diffident correctly. It relate overall relates to the story or theme you're trying to tell with your paragraph. Awesome job. And yeah, if anyone else has a paragraph they'd like to submit, please go ahead and submit. Otherwise, I'm going to move straight on to the next word. Okay, so I'm going to move on. Great, so here's the next word. Isaac, could you read out the word, the definition, and the example sentence, please?
Discombobulate. To throw someone into a state of confusion, to utterly take aback. A great word to use, but don't confuse, or you will discombobulate or give someone the blues. What's the blues?
Oh, the blues describes it just describes feeling glum. So if you were to give someone the blues, you'd be saying you gave someone sad or negative thoughts.
Oh, okay. The attempt to see everything at Disneyland in one day can discombobulate discombobulate even the calmest parents.
Yeah, great reading, Isaac. Thank you. Remember, if you have trouble trying to pronounce the word, you could always look at this little pronunciation guide up here and try to pronounce it as it is written here. And yeah, discombobulate, to further clarify, it's just to make someone really confused. Yeah, okay. And again, I'll give you 2 to 3 minutes to write down your 3 sentence paragraphs, everyone. So you can all begin. All right, time's up, everyone. All right, I'm currently gonna go over what's been posted in the chat. Thank you, Eric. Wonderful. So Eric Lin wrote, when the teacher said that the correct answer for 2 plus 2 equals 4, another student stated that it was 5. This discombobulated everyone in the classroom since two people are saying two different answers. Yeah, wonderful job, Eric. Good use of the word discombobulate, or in this case, discombobulated. You're still using it as a verb in its properish form. Wonderful work. And regarding it, I would make in the case of just to make it grammatically pleasing and more accurate, instead of writing the number two down here or instead of writing the number two to describe a quantity of people or answers in this case, I'd write it down as the word. So I'd write two down like as the word here, and I'd also write the word two as the word here. Now, I don't need to do it. I don't feel I need to do it over here because you're referring to numbers in a math problem. You're referring to the numbers themselves rather than using the number as a sort of measurement in quantity. Yeah, you did very well on this paragraph, Eric. Great work. And I'm going to go over Yutang's submission. Okay, so Yutang wrote, the unexpected changes in the schedule discombobulated the team. They struggled to understand their tasks. Confusion spread as everyone scrambled to comprehend. Yeah, once again, great job, Yutang. Great paragraph, great use of the word discombobulated, and everything that succeeds the use of the word relates to the main point you're trying to make with that word. Yeah, great work, Yutang. Okay, does anyone else have any submissions they'd like to post before I cap off the lesson? All right. I would have liked to see a little more participation from the others, from some students today, but overall, you all did a fantastic job with your writing. And yeah, you guys are improving by the days. Well done, everyone. And yeah, I'm gonna cap off the lesson here since there appears to be no more paragraph submissions. And yeah, hopefully you guys had a nice holiday and hope you have a great rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, wherever in the world you are. Yeah, see you next week and have a good rest of your day.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye, Isaac.